morning. Today, let's work out with exercise 7.3 of triangles. Now, exercise 7.3, question number 1. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC, and vertices A and D are on the same side of BC. See figure. If AD is extended to intersect BC at P, show that number 1. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Number 2. Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Number 3. AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. And number 4. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Let's see the figure. For solution, first we write the given. Number 1. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC. Yes, according to the question, first given is that triangle ABC, this is our triangle ABC, and triangle DBC, they both are on the same base BC. Next given, AB equal to AC and DB equal to DC. This is also given in the question, that AB equal to AC and DB equal to DC. Next given, AD intersects BC at P. When we extend AD, it intersects BC at point P. This is your BC, and AD intersects BC at point P. Now, for proof, as we have to prove 4 different proofs, so we are taking it separately. Number 1, to prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. For proof, in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, yes, we have selected two triangles, that is triangle ABD, because we have to prove the congruency between these two triangles ABD and triangle ACD. These two triangles we have to prove the congruency. So we select these two triangles, that is triangle ABD and triangle ACD. Now in that already it is given AB equal to AC. Here you can see it is given AB equal to AC. Next, it is also given BD equal to CD. Here you can write DB equal to DC. This is also given, and AD equal to AD. This will be common. This is the common side between the two triangles. So according to SSS congruence rules, we can prove that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So we write AB equal to AC, which is already given, DB equal to DC, which is also given, and AD equal to AD, which is a common side between the two triangles. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD according to SSS congruence rule. Hence, this is proved, but we need the CPCTs of this congruency further. So we write, implies that angle BAD equal to angle CAD, CPCT, that is angle BAP equal to angle CAP. Hence proved. Now here angle BAD and angle BAP are same angle. Similarly, angle CAD and angle CAP are also same angles. So we write in place of angle BAD as angle BAP, and as angle CAD as angle CAP, because this we will need further in the next proof. Number 2, to prove triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP. Now we have to prove that triangle ABP, this is our triangle ABP, congruent to triangle ACP. So for proof we select in triangle ABP and triangle ACP, AB equal to AC. This is already we can see it is given. Then in proof number 1 we have proved that triangle BAP, this triangle BAP, this is our triangle BAP is equal to angle CAP, this is our angle CAP. And the third equality is given as AP equal to AP. This is the common side between both the triangles. So according to SAS congruence rule, these both triangles will be congruent to each other. So we write the proof in triangle ABP and triangle ACP, AB equal to AC, which is given, angle BAP equal to angle CAP, which we have already proved in proof number 1, and AP equal to AP, which is the common side between both the triangles. Therefore triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP according to SAS congruence rule, hence proved. Now third proof, to prove AB bisects angle A as well as angle D. We have to prove here that line AP bisects, means divide angle A and angle D both into two equal parts. For proof, since triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, which we have already proved in proof number 1, implies that angle BAD equal to angle CAD, which is the CPCT of this congruency, implies that HD bisects angle A, implies that AP bisects angle A. Let's see in the figure. We have already proved the congruency between triangle ABD, this is our triangle ABD, and triangle ACD in proof number 1. So we got as CPCT angle BAD equal to angle CAD. This angle, both angles are equal. Now BAD and CAD. BAD is nothing but we can take as angle BAP also. Similarly CAD we can take as CAP also, because AP is nothing but extended line segment of AD. So we write when angle A is divided into two equal angles, that is angle BAD and angle CAD, means first we are taking AD bisects angle A. Bisects means divide angle A into two equal angles. Now AP is nothing but extended line segment of AD. So we can also write that AP bisects angle A. Now further we have to prove that AP, it also bisects angle D. Now in triangle BDP and triangle CDP, yes, let's see in the figure, as we have selected triangle BDP, this is our triangle BDP, and triangle CDP, this is our triangle CDP. Yes. Now in these both triangles, already it is given that BD equal to BC. Then DP is the common line segment between both the triangles, and BP equal to CP. How BP equal to CP? Already we have proved in proof number 2 the congruency between triangles ABP and triangle ACP. Let's once see in the figure also. We have proved the congruency between these two triangles ABP and triangle ACP. Now these two triangles are congruent, therefore these two sides will be also equal according to CP/CT. So we select in for this triangle as for the congruency of this triangle we select BP equal to CP. This triangle, that is BDP, this is our BDP, and triangle CDP. So first BD equal to CD, which is already given, you can see in the given part here only. Then BP equal to CP from CPCT of proof number 2, and DP equal to DP. This is the common line segment between both the triangles. Therefore, according to SSS congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. When these two triangles are congruent, then this angle will be again congruent, that is angle BDP and triangle angle CDP, that is BDP angle and CDP angle. These two angles will be equal according to CPCT. So when these two angles are equal means it states that DP bisects angle D. When these two are equal means DP is dividing angle D into two equal angles. Now DP is nothing but the same line segment AP. So we write that AP bisects angle D. Now let's write the proof. Now in triangle BDP and triangle CDP, BD equal to CD, which is already given. Then BP equal to CP, because triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, so we get BP equal to CP as CPCT of this congruency, and DP equal to DP, which is the common side between both the triangles. So therefore triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP according to SSS congruence rule. Implies that angle BDP equal to angle CDP, that is CPCT, implies that DP is bisector of angle BDP, means DP divides angle BDP into two equal angles. Implies that AP is bisector of angle D. Hence AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. Hence proved. Now the last proof we have to prove in number 4 that AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. You know that perpendicular bisector means AP makes angle 90 degree with BC and also divides BC into two equal line segments. For proof, since triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, which already we have proved in proof number 2, we have BP equal to CP as CPCT. Let it be number 1. And angle ABP equal to angle APC. These both angles will be also equal, which is also the CPCT of the same congruency triangles. But APB plus angle APC equal to 180 degree, because they both make linear pair angles. So according to linear pair axiom, angle APB plus angle APC equal to 180 degree. Yes, let's see in the figure that here angle APB plus angle APC, these both are 180 degree because they make a linear pair. The sum of these both angles is 180 degree and they are adjacent angles. So they, according to linear pair axiom, when we add these both angles it will be 180 degree. but already we know that angle APB plus these both angles when we are equal according to the CPCT of proof number 2. Therefore, when these both are same, so in place of APC we write APB only. That is implies that twice angle APB equal to 180 degree, because APB and angle APC are equal angles. So we write twice angle APB equal to 180 degree, implies that angle APB is equal to 180 degree divided by 2, that is equal to 90 degree. Implies that angle APB equal to angle APC equal to 90 degree. Let it be number 2, because already angle APB equal to angle APC, this we have proved as CPCT of congruent triangles. Here you can see that these both angles are equal, and when APB is 90 degree, so naturally both angles will be 90 degree here. So from 1 and 2, it is clear that AP is perpendicular bisector of BC, hence proved. Now you can see number 1. Here we have proved that BP equal to CP, that both BC is divided into two equal parts, BP and CP. And here number 2 we have proved both angles are also 90 degree, that is angle APB equal to angle APC equal to 90 degree. So 90 degree is referred for perpendicular, and bisector of BC means divide BC into two equal parts, that is BP and CP. Hence AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. Next, question number 2. AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB equal to AC. Show that number 1, AD bisects BC, means AD divides BC into two equal parts, and next AD bisects angle A. Further, AD divides angle A also into two equal angles. Let's see the figure. Here you can see in the figure that ABC is an isosceles triangle in which it is already given AB and AC are equal. Now we have to prove that AD bisects BC, means we have to prove that these two, we have to prove BD equal to CD. This we have to prove in number 1. And number 2, AD bisects angle A, means we have to prove that angle BAD, this angle and angle CAD are equal. This we have to prove. So first, for solution we write given in an isosceles triangle ABC, AB equal to AC and AD is perpendicular to BC, because already it is given that AD is an altitude. Altitude is nothing but it is an perpendicular line segment. To prove number 1, AD bisects BC, and number 2, AD bisects angle A. Now for proof number 1, in triangle BAD and triangle CAD, angle ADB equal to angle ADC equal to 90 degree, because AD is altitude to BC. Next, AB equal to AC, which is already given, and AD equal to AD, which is a common line segment between both the triangles. Therefore, triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD according to RHS congruence rule. Let's see in the figure. So, in triangle BAD and triangle CAD, this is our triangle BAD and this is our triangle CAD. Now, in these both triangles already angle ADB. This is our angle ADB and this is our angle ADC. These both angles are each 90 degree, because AD is the altitude to BC. So the both are 90 degree. Already it is given AB equal to AC, that is given, and AD is the common line segment between both the triangles. So according to RHS congruence rule, and triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So we get that implies that BD equal to CD, which is the CPCT of this congruency. Hence AD bisects BC. Hence proved. Now number 2 proof. As triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD, which we have proved in number first proof, we get angle BAD equal to angle CAD as CPCT, means you can see that angle A is divided into two equal angles, that is angle BAD and angle CAD, implies that AD bisects angle A, hence proved. Next question, that is question number 3. Two sides AB and BC and median AM of one triangle ABC are respectively equal to sides PQ and QR and median PN of triangle PQR. See figure. Show that number 1, triangle ABM congruent to triangle PQN. Number 2, triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. Let's see the figure. We can see two triangles ABC and triangle PQR, in which already it is given that AB is equal to PQ. It is also further given that these both medians AM and PN, which AM is the median of triangle ABC and PN is the median of triangle PQR. These both are also equal, and one more equality is given, this whole line segment BC equal to QR. These three things are given, and we have to prove two things, that is congruency between triangles ABM and PQN, and another congruency, that is triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. First we write the given number 1, AB equal to PQ, BC equal to QR and AM equal to PN. Second given, it is given that AM and PN are medians of triangle ABC and triangle PQR respectively. We have to prove number 1, triangle ABM congruent to triangle PQN, and number 2, triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. For proof, number 1, in triangle ABC, AM is median. So it implies that M is the midpoint of BC, implies that BM equal to half of BC. Let it be number 1. Similarly, in triangle PQR, PN is median of triangle PQR, implies that N is midpoint of QR, implies that QN equal to half of QR. Let it be number 2. Let's see this in the figure. Yes, now AM is the median of triangle ABC, means AM divides BC into two equal parts. So this part BM, this part BM, this is this part, this is our BM, this part will be, this much part will be half of BC, because BM and CM are equal. So BM will be half of BC. Similarly, in triangle PQR, PN is the median, means N will be the midpoint of QR. This will be the midpoint of QR. Therefore, QN, this is this part QN, this much part, this part, QN will be half of QR. Now in also BC equal to QR. It is given in the question that BC and QR are equal. Therefore, half of BC will be equal to half of QR. But we know that half of BC is nothing but number, half of BC is BM and half of QR is QN. So we get BM equal to QN from 1 and 2. Now in triangle ABM and triangle PQN, we have AB equal to PQ, which is already given. BM equal to QN, which we have proved above, and AM equal to PN. This is also given because it is given in the question, but both the altitudes of the triangle ABC and triangle PQR are equal. Therefore, triangle ABM congruent to triangle PQN according to SSS congruence rule. Now, second proof. Already we have proved in question proof number 1 that triangle ABM congruent to triangle PQN implies that angle ABM equal to angle PQN, CPCT. ABM we can write as angle ABC also. So we write angle ABC equal to angle PQR. Similarly, angle PQRN can be written as angle PQR. Let's one cross check this also in the figure. So according to congruency of triangle ABM and triangle PQN, we get CPCT as angle ABM. This angle equal to angle PQN. This angle, these both angles are equal. But angle ABM can be written as angle ABC. This is ABM and ABC are the same angle. Similarly, PQN can be written as PQR because these both will remain the same angle. So we write angle ABC equal to angle PQR, which is the CPCT of number 1 congruency triangles. Now in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we have AB equal to PQ, which is already given, angle ABC equal to angle PQR, which we have proved above, and BC equal to QR, which is also given. Therefore, triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR according to SAS congruence rule. Hence, proved. Question number 4. B and CF are two equal altitudes of a triangle ABC. Using RHS congruence rule, prove that the triangle ABC is isosceles. Now, let's see the figure. It is given that in triangle ABC, altitude B and CF are equal. These two altitudes are equal. This is given. And we have to prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Means we have to prove AB equal to AC. For solution, let's first write given. B and CF are two altitudes such that B equal to CF. To prove triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. For proof, in triangle BEC and triangle CFB, we have selected these two triangles, that is angle BEC. You can write angle BC or triangle BC also, and another triangle we have selected as CFB. Now in these both triangles, you can see angle E equal to angle F because they both are altitude angles. Altitude angles means BE is the altitude of on AC and CF is altitude on AB. Altitude means it makes 90 degrees. So angle E equal to angle F, these both angles will be each 90 degree. Another, already it is given BE equal to CF. This is already in given part, and this BC is the common side between both the triangles. So BC equal to BC, which is a common. So according to RHS congruence rule, triangle BEC will be equal to congruent to triangle CFB. Now further, As these two triangles are congruent, we will get angle BCE, this angle BCE, this angle equal to angle CBF. These two angles will get equal as CPCT. And when these two angles are equal, so in triangle ABC, angle B equal to angle C. So we will get AB equal to AC. Sides opposite to equal angles are equal. That is, according to theorem 7.3, we will get AB equal to AC. Therefore, triangle ABC will be an isosceles triangle. Let's write the proof. In triangle BEC and triangle CFB, angle E equal to angle F equal to 90 degree, because they both are altitude angles. BE equal to CF, which is already given, and BC equal to BC. This is the common side between both the triangles. Therefore, triangle BEC congruent to triangle CFB by RHS congruence rule implies that angle BCE equal to angle CBF. CPCT implies that AB equal to AC, that is, side opposite to equal angles are equal. Implies that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, hence proved. Last question, that is question number 5. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB equal to AC. Draw AP perpendicular to BC to show that angle B equal to angle C. It is, according to the question, it is given that ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB equal to AC. Already it is given that these two both are equal, and we have to draw perpendicular AP perpendicular to BC. This we have to draw, and then we have to prove that these two angles, that is angle B is equal to angle C. For solution, first let's write the given. Number 1, in triangle ABC, AB equal to AC. Number 2, AP perpendicular to BC. As we are drawing this according to the question, so we can write by construction also, AP perpendicular to BC, to prove angle B equal to angle C. Now for proof, in triangle APB and triangle ACP, yes, we have selected triangle APB and angle ACP. Here it is our triangle APP and triangle ACP. This is our triangle ACP. Now in these both triangles, already it is given AB equal to AC. Angle APB, this angle equal to angle APC, because AP is perpendicular to BC. So it makes 90 degree on both the sides, that is angle APB. This is our angle APB equal to angle APC. These two angles will be each 90 degree, and AP equal to AP, which is the common side between both the triangles. Therefore, according to RHS congruence rule, triangle APB will be equal to triangle APB will be congruent to triangle ACP, and we will get angle APB, this angle APB equal to angle ACP as the CPCT. Let's see clearly. This we will get as angle APB equal to angle ACP as CPCT. Now APB is nothing but angle B and ACP is nothing but angle C. So we write angle B equal to angle C. Let's write the proof. AB equal to AC, which is given, angle APB equal to angle APC, both are 90 degree, that is each 90 degree, and AP equal to AP, which is the common. Therefore, triangle APB equal congruent to triangle ACP, RHS congruence rule implies that angle APB equal to angle ACP, CPCT implies that angle B equal to angle C, hence proved. Students, please copy exercise 7.3 all the question with solution in CW. Thank you.